Okay, yeah, I'm ready.
Welcome back to the after party. This is
Hello.
season 11 episode. What the heck is the episode? 15?
Decision day and reunion.
Decision day and reunion, whatever episode that is. This is our last and final episode for this season, this series right now. We will be back for season 12, which comes out in January, coincidentally. Like, it's November, basically. But I am Sky, if you don't already know, and this lovely young lady who is also here somewhere
is Megan. You can find all of our information to follow us down below. If you follow us from the review, let us know. Yeah, I think that is it. We can get into it. I can't believe this season's over, but I'm glad because it was dragging. It was dragging. So, let's see. Let's go in order of decision day. And they started with Amelia and Bennett.
Well, I mean, I feel like for Amelia and Bennett, we already knew that they were going to say yes. Like, day one, it was like, are these people, like, made for each other? Like, they must have created them in the same laboratory or something, you know?
Not lab.
Literally, they're, like, one and the same. Like, not similar hobbies, but they both have, like outside of the typical idea of hobbies. And they definitely both express themselves in very similar ways, you know, you feel me? So I feel like there couldn't be a more perfect match. And I was like, of course, they're both going to say yes, like, without a doubt. And everybody knew this. Like,
yeah. I think the only doubt I had was the week before when she was, I don't know, she did a little switch up, and I was like, wait, what? But I'm glad that they stayed together. They moved and everything. The little tattoo surprise was a little strange.
I was really confused. I was like, is he trying to show me, like, his butt? Like, I thought he had a pair of pants under the pants. Maybe that's
too.
But then I was just like, what is this dude doing?
Not stick and poke. I was like, okay. But
it was a stick and poke tattoo?
Yeah, it was.
That's why it looks like the way it looks.
Okay, because I was looking at it like, who did this? Like, are they licensed? Like, are they?
That's a lot of commitment, though.
A stick and poke? That's
a tattoo of someone else's initials, period.
Yeah. And
I mean, the only thing is, when I read it, I thought it meant, like, you know, people be like, AF, like, yo, I was mad AF. That's what I thought it was. Like,
I love you, AF. Like, what?
That's what I thought it was. So he can always play it off like, yo, I love AF. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like, he can play it off. But I was like, a tattoo of her initial. But technically, when her initials change, I don't know if those are her.
I don't know what his last name is, but I was thinking the same thing. Like,
I have no clue what his last name is. Actually, I don't know what any of their last names are.
I know Amani and Woody's last names, but that's it.
Nope. Oh, Randall.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Nobody else. What are your Miles? What is your last name? I have no clue. Miles. What? Kalikovic?
I don't know, but yeah, I thought they were cute. I was like, I don't know. I feel like every other couple was, well, not every other couple. Maybe it's just because the black couple is dressed up a lot. I was expecting them to come with a little more.
Yeah.
A little more dressed, but Bennett was dressed, I guess. He was dressed in his way.
But, like, you have to, I think that was dressed for their style, if that makes sense. Like, especially, okay. I feel like for their style, that was dressed. Because, like, you know, like they both dress very, like, casual and, like, whatever. So, like,
that's true.
Amelia was wearing, like, a blouse, you know?
It was a dress.
It was like a dress.
I don't know.
I don't know. But the dress looked a lot more, I guess, professional attire type than what she would typically wear. And Bennett did have on some nicely colored pants.
Yeah, with the little frills at the bottom.
Yeah, you know? Those he pulled out his
And the
best.
hat that he was gonna wear on his wedding day, I know this. I remember.
Yeah, you know, he pulled out his best. You know, and for them it makes sense.
And then for the reunion, they were like in their little 2-bedroom house.
That was so cute.
In Virginia, and I feel like they're just living life. I was weak when he said that he got a job door-to-door sales. That was funny.
I'm crying. I could see him making a lot of sales, not even gonna lie. Like, I feel
With
like
the solar panels.
I just feel him like talking to you and you'd be like, oh my gosh, he's such a cool person. Or he say something and you'd be like, wow, solar panels, and you just buy them. So I'm like, I could see it.
I could also see her being, she said that she wants to be like a family practice or whatever the practice is when you're with like the whole family. And I was like, I could see that too. Like, I could see her being really good with the kids and like being pretty cool with the teens too. So I think that would be like, I think that's a good choice for her. They seem to be living together, figuring things out. Like, it seems like they matured just with the moving and him having to get a job and their schedules being different. It seems like he's just like,
hold on, now that I don't know how door-to-door sales works necessarily, but like if he has a job in Virginia, like does that mean he's like gonna like quit his job and then go back to New Orleans? Because I feel like you can't go to New Orleans for months if you have a job in Virginia, and it's just kind of like.
Well, I also think, first of all, the job seems very like, it's stable, but I don't think it's I was gonna say it seems more flexible. So, and also like you're not doing much in a pandemic, so it seems like he's gonna stay there for a little like longer.
Definitely.
I definitely feel like Virginia fits their aesthetic.
It does. I don't know. I can definitely see them thriving in Virginia.
Yeah. Are you good?
You know, like your braid be pulling in the back. It's pulling.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my little fibers. But yeah, I wish Amelia and Bennett the best of luck.
Same.
I'm happy that they found each other, even though this was just an experience for Amelia. But you know, you feel me?
It worked out. It
did work out. And I will say that I think that like when you see couples like Amelia and Bennett like meet each other and then work out so flawlessly, especially because like they were like, oh my goodness, I've seen you before. Like we've definitely been in circles before. So this to kind of be like a full circle moment. Like we saw each other occasionally and now it's like, wow, like you're the person that I walked down the aisle to. And then for them to actually work out successfully, it's like, maybe you guys should have been together a long time ago, but you guys were just like, you know, just floating over it, like not really paying attention to the people right in front of you. And then it's like,
right.
Here's Amelia. Take her, please.
It was, I definitely feel like they were probably the best matched couple. Like on paper versus reality, I feel like they were perfect for each other in terms of their personalities and like the way that they speak to each other and stuff. So their little song was different but cute. Like low-key, Amelia can sing. I feel like I said this before, but she could sing.
Yeah. I really didn't think I could honestly see them doing a musical together.
I'm screaming. I feel like their kids are gonna be musical kids, like
drama music kids.
Yeah.
I see it. Like I play the cello and my brother is a Shakespeare like drama head or something.
Yeah.
I can
Very
see
cute.
Very cute. I see it. Good luck, Amelia and Bennett.
I know. Yay.
And the little car thing when they decorated their car, I was like, that was so cute.
Oh yeah, just married.
Yeah, and I was like, Amelia and Bennett are definitely the type to not wash off their car because of the notes on it. I'm like, I'd probably take some pictures and then wash off the car eventually.
Right.
But I'm not about to try to preserve this because, I mean,
all
you gotta do is rub your finger across and it's gone. But that's it. I feel like we can definitely move on to the next couple, which was
Woody and Brett.
Yes, the best couple in the entire show.
First of all, are we good?
I'm like, I just pulled my desk and like the whole thing almost leaned over. That's not okay. It almost fell. Um, yes, but Olivia and Brett. I really don't understand why they were on the decision day, whatever, anyway, because I'm like, y'all knew y'all wasn't staying together, but
I mean, to each his own. It's probably to check.
But like every time I see them together, I just get even more uncomfortable because I just be sitting there like, ooh. And I was reading some tweets regarding like that whole Olivia and Brett situation. I'm sorry, I'm scratching my armpit, but like everybody was roasting both of them. Like both of them,
Yeah,
were not fan favorites. Like people were like, They were like,
I don't like either of them. Like, first of all, Olivia is pissed. Like, pissed. Like, she was on that reunion and the decision day, just like throwing shots. Like,
she really was.
She was going hard and like stone faced, like going hard. And I was like, I understand because you're hurt. But also, if you're like upset about how you're being portrayed and like how people are talking about you, girl, this was never about to help. Like,
you feel me?
she was going in on that man. Like,
she really was. Like, I definitely don't feel bad for Brett because I feel like he does deserve. But like, but I also feel like I don't know. I feel like she was going so hard on Brett that like she wasn't even realizing like, girl, you weren't that innocent either. Like, granted, I do think Brett may have carried more of the load, like with like his just like ignorance and sarcasm. But girl, you didn't want a relationship again, and I feel like we were talking about this earlier that like she doesn't like seem like she actually is ready for a relationship, even though she may like want one very bad.
And so I've seen a couple of things like on Twitter, and I feel like I don't know if it was one of the reviews I watched from last week, but someone made a point to say that Olivia like wanted Brett to fit this mold of like who she already had planned, and I totally agree with that. I also think that Brett is like a jerk, and I think another thing people were saying like is he was deflecting like to sarcasm when he was feeling hurt or he didn't want to show his emotions, which I feel like you shouldn't have been on the show. Like, what? That is, I don't know. I think people join the show not being the most self-aware and then like expect it to work, or they just go on and don't realize like the camera's going to catch all of the things that you're doing, like, and it's going to be
I definitely agree because like I think Olivia, like even when it came down to small things like, oh, I always plan to like brush my teeth with my husband, it's like, yes, that is something that you desire to like have with your husband, but is that something realistic that you can consistently do with your husband? Like if you get off of work, and she's a nurse practitioner, if you get home from work at like 3 o'clock in the morning, he's asleep already. You're not brushing your teeth with your husband every night. And it's like that was your expectation, that's what you desired in a relationship, and that's very real, that for that to be your desire, but like that doesn't mean it's going to be your reality. And Brett definitely wasn't the guy to fit that mold that you so badly wanted. But I'm like, how you expect to have a relationship? I feel like she has like control freak type energy. Like she wants to control how you act, how you are. And like, I don't know how you exist, but it's like Brett is a jerk and he naturally is one. But you can't control how he is or like how he shows up.
That's another thing I was going to say. Is she was like, I feel like I didn't know who he was, but I feel like he showed who he was. Like he showed that he was a jerk, and I feel like she was thinking that there was something else. And like, why don't you just take what people show you? Like he's been shown to be like a jerk. So like, I don't understand why she's been saying like, I don't really like, he wasn't being blah blah blah. Give it up, hang it up.
He was being him. He was being exactly him. Period.
And like the fact that, so when they had the like everyone on the reunion, like for the reunion part, he just gave me like he didn't care to be there. Henry started going in on him, and I was like,
yo, Henry had me screaming. Like Henry, like I knew like that first, but I'm like also like, Brett, there was cameras right in front of your face, so like don't act like you weren't gonna get caught, or that they're looking for these moments to like show your true character and then like blow it out of proportion kind of, and it's just like,
And he
Ooh,
was
he's
scared
flirting
of
with
this
some
is
girl. Like,
real.
cameraman's like, all
Right.
up in your face. And I was like, I mean,
I'm happy to never see them again on the TV, because it's like I really didn't care for them from the moment they got married and it started being about the cats. I was like, okay, this isn't about to work. So here we are.
I don't really know if I ever really had like intense like faith in their relationship, but
I
like
didn't.
I don't think I was ever like, this is not gonna work. I feel like it wasn't until I was like, ooh, he's a jerk. Like when I realized that he was a jerk, or when he started showing like, because I didn't even watch the episode like originally when he was like flirting with the girl, like the bachelorette parties. I didn't really watch that part, so I was like, oh, I didn't have any expectation, and then once I seen all the other stuff, I was like, hold on, he's
Yeah.
a jerk. I'm like, nah. And then I seen like glimpses of like how she really is, and I was just like, yeah, these two are not gonna work at all.
A jerk and someone that's judgmental doesn't really mesh. So whatever. I
That's
wish them the
fine.
best with whatever they do.
Yes, Olivia, I hope that you continue your friendship with Amani, and you guys can continue to, build whatever friendship you guys have. And I'm glad you made friends.
That's great.
I feel like this is so sad. Like, imagine going on the show and like, I just walked out with a divorce.
And some friends, I guess.
I mean, but some friends be lifelong friends, so you never know.
Yeah, right.
So I guess, you didn't get the type of relationship you wanted, but you got a relationship, period.
Exactly. And growth, hopefully.
I don't think, no growth.
I feel like Olivia has grown, not Brett.
A little. I feel like Olivia has grown a little bit, but the way she was kind of like just shaming Brett was kind of like, Olivia, you're not perfect either. So like, why are you like roasting him without proof? She didn't take accountability either. So I'm like,
okay, I guess.
That's the only reason why I would say that I feel like she has grown in some sense, definitely. But like, I don't think that it's been like, wow, this dramatic change in who she is. Like, yeah.
Okay.
Hello, chicos and chicas.
Hello.
Parties and after partiers.
We're back for Karen Miles.
Yes, Karen and Miles.
Karen and Miles.
Karina and Mile. Yo, first of all, Karen and Miles, tomato. I don't know what I'm talking about. You can go.
I'm disappointed in Miles.
Everybody is. All of America.
I feel like to each his own. Like, I don't wish the worst for them. Like, I don't want their marriage to fail or anything. But I definitely like feel like he should have said no. And he had said, like, I was thinking about saying no up until that moment. And I mean, granted, like, some people will say yes on decision day and then like eventually say no and like break up after. And there's decision days for the cameras. Like, you could easily say no and say like, or say yes and then say no later on. Like, it is what it is. But I wanted him to say no, and he didn't. And I was like,
well, I mean, currently, technically, they've been together for like what, 6-8 months, something like that, in real life. So it's like they've been kicking it for a few more months, and I feel like it's sad to think that had the show been the original length, like we wouldn't have saw like Karen and Miles. But the fact that Corona happened, and I'm like, maybe it was a blessing in disguise. Like maybe Corona needed to happen in order for them to be able to like, have that one-on-one time outside of cameras. So I'm like, maybe it was a good thing, maybe it was a bad thing. From what we've seen, it's kind of like, Karen.
There's nothing that I've seen that has made me want to root for them. So, like, I don't know why anyone, especially them, I feel like they were like low key like coming for like people didn't really like me, da 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 da. But why would we root for you if all you say is this? He's not masculine. He's not da 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 da. There's no reason that we would want to be like, oh yes, and you should stay with him. Like, granted, it's a show, so like, do you live your life, whatever. But I don't understand, because she was saying like, oh, it's because I didn't like the cameras and stuff. Why sign up for the show? I feel like that's what my main thing is. Like, you
Why
really
sign up for the show? Why not? Why sign up? Why'd you sign up? If you
exactly.
really didn't want to be married, why sign up? If you weren't prepared for the cameras, why sign up? Like,
No
if you
one's
didn't want to be an
forcing you to
actress,
sign up.
don't sign up. Exactly. If you don't want your acting skills to be on 10, don't sign up.
And I feel like, yes, there was a lot of people like going for Miles, like just in love with Miles. And I think it was also because it's like we saw how as the viewers, you see someone that's like really genuine and like into it, and then you just see her not giving anything, and you're like, okay, like we want better for you.
Yeah.
But if you're happy, good for you. The lack of like excitement, like I cannot care.
I think for them it was always like the last episode we did together, we were both kind of like, like they're probably both gonna say no for different reasons, but whatever. But I think the fact that they both said yes, I was like, hold on, curveball. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, I think I definitely thought Karen was gonna say no, even if Miles said yes, just because I feel like Karen was complaining so much about the way that Miles was. Like, is he genuine? Is he really nice all the time? Like, dude has been nice for 4 months. I don't think he's getting rude all of a sudden. Like, just like, for example, like Brett was rude all 4 months. Like, he's not going to get nice now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's showing you who he is. Like, if you don't believe it, that's your problem, you know?
Literally.
I feel like that's the thing. And then it's just like, Miles is like, Miles, she's not reciprocating anything. But they did consummate their marriage. So, you know, you feel me?
I mean, yeah.
They got somewhere. Because before she was like,
and they like have a place together too. Like,
yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I don't really have anything to say. It's kind of like, it's also because like now that you know that they're fully married, I'm not gonna be on here like this is stupid. I don't like it's just it is what it is. Good for y'all, I guess.
It is good for y'all. Definitely good for y'all. I definitely wish Miles the best, and I hope that if Karen, for whatever instance or second, decides that she is reverting back to her own ways and she doesn't feel like communicating or reciprocating intimacy, love, and affection, Miles, dip out of there if you got to, okay? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if they're happy and they're kicking it right now and it's going well for them, I wish them all the best. I think but I mean, like, maybe it's like the camera portrayed that part too. I don't know. Like,
yeah. But she also said that she didn't like the camera, so why would the cameras pick up anything but that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't
like,
know.
there are, maybe, I don't know. Okay, the only thing I would say is, like, maybe if she's like, you know, some people don't like PDA. So it's like, let's just say, like, if I'm in a room with, like, you and, like, a few other people and I'm with my significant other, and then it's like, you want me to cuddle with this person, but there's someone with the camera staring at me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want me to kiss and cuddle and tickle this person's toes, but there's someone, I don't know. I'm like, maybe that's weird. But I don't know. I've never been on camera.
I'll give you that. Like, I could see that it's weird or, like, uncomfortable or whatever.
So I'm like, maybe that is it. So I'm like, then to say that Miles was like, oh, those 4 weeks 8 weeks, however many weeks it was, where we didn't have a camera like following us around anymore. It was just like us recording, kind of doing like a more vlog type style. It was like we were able to connect and not have people in our house, in our space, breathing down our necks, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, maybe that is the reason. I don't really know, but just the best of luck to them.
Yep. That's it.
That's it.
Let me see. Did they say anything interesting in the reunion? I don't think so.
I feel like the only thing was like they were saying that everybody like loves Miles and he's just America's heartthrob now. I think the most interesting thing was just simply for the fact that they live down the street from Amani and Woody. Now I was like, dang, like around the corner, 34 steps.
Right.
Y'all are on each other's backs. Like
that's really. I feel like it's good in one sense, but I feel like as someone's wife, I'd be annoyed. Like, all right.
Yeah.
Because I know you'd be on your friend back. Like, you guys are going to be together all the time. Like,
that's very true. And then it's like our Amani and like Karen being forced to be friends instead of like
Right.
building their
Organically.
friendship. It's kind of like, I'm always with you because my husband is best friends with your husband. So like now we have to be cool compared to like, we are cool, you know?
Correct.
Maybe that's it. I don't know, but who was the next couple?
My favorite person on the show, Henry.
Oh yeah. I was like, hold on, who's your favorite person?
Henry and Christina.
Oh my gosh! First of all, round of applause to Henry because
he
most improved, like period. Henry.
He came into decision day and the reunion. He was ready to go at everyone.
Shooting, gunshots, everything.
Everybody.
Shots fired, axes thrown, everything.
So on decision day, like they sat down. I feel like he let it like, okay, we're gonna pretend like everything's fine for a second. And then he was like, you know what? Nah. she was over here telling people I was gay, like all of this stuff. And she did the fake like, oh my gosh, what? She looked good though. She did. I'll give her that. That green dress was cute.
No, she did look nice, but I was just rolling because, like, as soon as like they were just like, oh, like they were like, obviously they were asking questions like, oh, like what do you think is like I don't know, like the reason why you guys didn't work out or some of the issues y'all dealt with. And as soon as like he pulled out he was like, well, she got a message from whatever text-free no caller ID number she made up. And I was just rolling because he was like, no, that is not true. I was just rolling because he refused to let her tell any more lies. Like, you're not lying no more. Stop.
Yeah, he was like, Christina, just, because I was like, when he's going in, like, because you tried to blackmail her, and he was like, no, like, I didn't, da-da-da-da. And I feel like so decision day happened, they were going in, come to the reunion, I feel like he done watched a couple episodes, realized how poorly Christina was acting, and he was like, I'm gonna lay into this, like I'm about to put my gloves on and go in.
I'm about to get in that behind.
For real.
Like, I'm about to let you have it.
Like, also she tried me with this text message thing, and she was dating this married man 8 months before she got on this show. He was just laying it out. He was like, I don't want to say it, but I'm gonna say it.
He wanted to say it. He knew he wanted to say it. But like, I was just rolling because I'm like, he really went in on her. Like, it was like disrespectful how much he went on her. And you wouldn't expect it from Henry because he's so nice. Right. But like, that's why I was like most improved, because he went from someone who was like very like calm, cool, reserved, mind my own business, to being like, you're not lying on me no more, and you're not getting away with it. So I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna let you know what happened. And I was like, and I was just crying because you can see how uncomfortable Christina was. And it's like, I'd be uncomfortable too if someone was on national television telling my business, and I was embarrassed.
And if I knew, like, I'm pretty sure she deleted her Instagram like a while ago when she saw the way that people was lighting her up. She was going in, and then she wanted to be like, oh yeah, I'm dating, like, da-da-da. We're in Mexico, and I'm like, in a pandemic, we're like, stuff don't be adding up when she speaks, and I'm leaving it, whatever.
I really don't know. I think there's like, I feel like if anybody has had like a lot of red flags, it's like Christina and Brett.
Right.
Red flags like everywhere. Like day one, I live in the central business district. Red flag, boom, gone. Like, oh, the only reason I was acting like this is because red flag, boom.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Everything she was saying was like red flag. Oh, I got a text message from a unknown caller. Message.
And I fully believe that it was blackmail because she did not address it at all. Like, she didn't say it on the camera to anyone. It was when Henry took out his phone and he recorded like himself talking about what happened. I don't think that she even realized that he talked to like the cameras or production or stuff. That's why I feel like she was blindsided at decision day, because I didn't think like I feel like they had a conversation about it and all of this stuff, and like I don't think they officially talked to it, like she didn't officially address it on camera. So I feel like she was like, ooh. And the fact that she should have played her cards better. Like, first of all, you should have said it, and then you blackmailed him. Like, oh, girl.
Exactly. But I mean, I don't even feel sorry for her because she has a very consistent pattern of lying. And like, I don't know, like, it's like, if you say all this other stuff and it's all been a lie, like the Airbnb stuff was a lie, like just everything that comes out your mouth seems like a lie, or like, I don't know, when she talks, it's kind of like she struggles to get her answers straight. So like, why am I going to believe what you're saying if you can't even figure out what you're saying? And then I know somebody was like, oh, first of all, she said she got a message from a reliable source. But if you didn't know who was texting you, how's that a reliable source? If it's a random number,
it's the lies.
I'm like, how do you know that's a reliable source? And then Henry kept going in like, no, I don't believe that. Like, he was like, I don't believe that you don't think that I was gay because you wouldn't have tried to blackmail me with it if you didn't think it was true. Like, just in case. Like, if I had information on you, Megan, I'm going to be like, Megan, give me your da-da-da-da-da. I'm going to let everybody know that you've been sleeping around with da-da-da-da-da. Unless you had evidence that was true, or you believed that there was actually some information about me that could get out that was real, you're not going to blackmail because you don't have anything to hang over my head.
Exactly. Nothing substantial because you know it's not true. Like, you had to have believed that.
Like, I never believed that you were gay. Like, I never believed that. And I'm like, I feel like it's more like one of those things like, and then she said, oh yeah, like my friends have definitely said stuff and like whatever. I'm like, okay, so if your friends have said something, okay, cool. But the only reason why your friends probably would have said something is because you probably talked to your friends who are all 49, 50 years old, because none of your friends are your age. But, but like, you were talking to your friends and you must have easily, because y'all were in quarantine. So who was coming to your house? Who were y'all seeing besides you going to hang out with your friends all night and not coming back until like 3:00 in the morning? Like, you were going to hang out with your friends. You told them whatever. Henry's obviously not attracted to me, which made them, oh, maybe he's gay or something. And then you got your anonymous tip from a reliable source who had no caller ID. So how do you know?
She said also the funniest thing. She said my phone deletes messages every 30 days. So you let the text message sit in your phone for 30 days, no screenshot?
No way.
No screenshots? You didn't screenshot it and send it to your friends? No way. I had so many things that I was like, and I would have looked up the number. I would have called the number. I would have had it was a text-free number if you didn't have more conversations. Like, girl. And she said it was a NOLA number too, like area code. So
I was like, first of all, none of what she's saying makes sense because
you're lying.
If I had tea on you, Megan, for 30 days, that's a whole month.
I would have screenshot it. I would have saved it. I would have went on Snapchat, saved it to my Snapchat. I would have emailed it to myself. Like, what?
I would not. There's no way that I would have had tea about someone that I am like friends with, that I know, whatever.
That you're married to.
And the thing is, that's why I'm like, I know she has to be lying because it's like, so you're telling me you got a message that your husband may be gay, and then it took you 30 days to confront him. Or you confronted him somewhere within the period of 30 days, and then you refused to show him the text message for so long that it expired out your phone. I'm like, either way, it doesn't make sense because no one's keeping. If you have information like that, like if someone told me that my husband was gay, I'm going to my husband the same day. Hello, excuse me. What is this person talking about?
The same day, the same moment. Like
the same moment. What is this person talking about? Look, read this. What is this? I'm sure.
And I would have had screenshots just in case he tried to delete. Like, I would have locked. There's so many things that just are not adding up.
None add up. And then when she was crying, it was kind of like one of those like like she wants people to have empathy for her. She's like crying. I don't like, not saying like, I feel like she was embarrassed. I don't think those were like remorse tears. I don't think they were like, I think it was like, I got caught in my lie tears. That's what it was.
Yeah. Or when like you're talking to someone and I'll save my comment for after. But when you're like having a conversation with someone and they know that they're in the wrong, so they start crying and like bringing up other things that like,
that's like narcissistic behavior,
are not related, and you're like, okay, like I understand that it's tough to be like in a situation where you like being confronted, but you also like have to own up that you have been completely trashed. That's why I feel like she doesn't have Instagram, because she doesn't naturally. I feel like Christina would have an Instagram. Like, she's the type of person that gives me very much Instagram, doing the most.
Especially like, oh, you guys need to see me traveling to Mexico and Dubai and all of the places. Like, I definitely see her. Yeah, Instagram. Yeah, because she knows
she must have deleted it because she knew
all her comments would be spam. Every single one.
People are already going in on like Karen's page, so imagine hers. That's the one thing, is I feel like it's a lot to go to someone's page and drag them, but people have been like dragging people underneath the comments. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is embarrassing.
First of all, it is embarrassing. I haven't even read any of like anybody's comments under their thing, but
it's only because I had requested to follow them. So as soon as them pages got open, I was like, they were the first thing on my TL. I had to know.
She said I had to know. See,
and Lonnie and Woody have a YouTube channel.
I know. I just saw that.
Yeah.
And I was like, you gotta what you gotta do. All I know is it's getting wild. It's like, Christina, I just want you to admit that you lied and then leave it at that. Like, right. It would be different if you were like, yeah, I lied because he's definitely not attracted to me, so I need to find out for myself if he was gay to confirm. If she would have said that, it would have been like, okay, like, I gotta give you your props, your respect, because you did tell the truth about you lying.
But you're still trash.
But you're still trash, but I give you your props because you were like, yeah, I had to know because he wasn't like physically attracted to me. There had to be something. So I was like, maybe he's gay. So I had to find a way to ask him without being like so upfront about it.
Right.
So I'm like, if she would have said that, that would have been fine. And then as soon as he would have said, no, I'm not gay, you have to accept it for what it is. Don't be like, oh, I have some reliable source. Period. If he tells you he's not gay, he's not gay. Maybe in a few years you may find out that he is, but until he says that he is,
exactly.
He's not.
You can't determine someone else's sexuality because they don't want you. Like, he just don't want you.
But I feel like that's kind of like already like a red flag, because it's like, because he's not attracted to you, he has to be gay.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
she was just tripping the whole time. Like,
whole time. She's, I don't know why she was married at first sight, period.
Oh.
And then, I don't know what she was saying. No, and Henry went on her again because after he was talking about her past relationship, he was saying something about like she was in some like negative, like, I don't know I forgot what he's described it as, but he was saying like it was some type of like negative, not like saying like abusive, but like they were like real disrespectful, toxic relationship. So I'm like, maybe she just left with toxic energy, and maybe that's just
I don't know.
I
hope that she uses this as an experience to grow and not be as like narcissistic and problematic, and like just a nicer person, become nicer. Yeah. I hope that Henry, even though like I'm fully here for his energy, I feel like he could have been a little nicer, but also like, no, well, he didn't need to be nicer. But I hope that, I feel like this whole experience has helped him grow as a person. And I hope that he continues to grow and that he finds someone, or he dates his friend, whatever the case may be.
What's the friend's Instagram? Because I'm going to DM her and be like, so I know you really want to be with Henry, so stop.
She was commenting on one of his pictures, I think. And someone was like, are y'all married yet?
No, for real. Like, I feel like they might as well just be married. Like, I don't see why they're not.
I wish them the best.
Individually. But I just hope they become better people in the future, in whatever context that is. But I guess we can move on to, you know, the worst
fan favorites.
The worst couple.
Fan favorites.
Fan favorites! Amani and Woody!
First of all, I knew that they were going to stay together, obviously. Fact. It was just, why did she joke like that?
He was like...
She said no, and he was really like sitting there like, am I dreaming? Like, he looked like he was about to, he took a beat before he went crazy, and then she was like, I'm joking, like, girl.
Don't ever. I would have been so sick, and I already know, like, and he was like pouring his heart out, like, I really can't see my life without you. And I was
How cute.
like, I can't see my life without you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then as soon as he started going in about, like, he was like they were like saying like what has changed between like your idea of like what love is and like what your actual experience with love is or whatever. And like he was just like, I realized that love isn't just like a person or like a thing. Like he was like, it's consistency and like all this other gushy stuff, but like facts. It was fact. I was like, wow. I was like, I didn't even think about love like that. Like I was like, consistency, effort, like I was like, you feel me?
Right.
And I was like, this is just so cute. And like, I just can't believe that he poured his heart out like that. And then all of the freaking, whatchamacallits was crying too. They was crying right with them. Like,
so cute. So cute.
I was like, see, y'all got it. I was crying. I was on the other side, like.
He was crying. I know. I was like, oh my God.
I was like,
it is so cute. I thought it was like just sweet to really see like him be willing to be emotional and like pour his heart out on camera, because you know people be stingy with their emotions, and like seeing it so open like that was so sweet to
don't
see.
Be masculine enough.
Yes, you know.
I'm like technically what he did wouldn't have been masculine if you really thinking about it, but
to some people, but I feel like it was masculine in the sense that like you are owning who you are and like being who you are and showing that you love this woman. And I'm like, oh, we love to see it. And then at the reunion,
oh my God, I was scared. I was like, what is he about to say? I was like, Woody got a baby. I was like, Woody got a baby.
I thought he was gonna give her a dog. I really thought he was gonna give her a dog.
Yo, I did think of a dog too. I was like, a baby. Woody got another girl pregnant like before the show, and she's about to pop out a child. Oh, a dog. I did not expect it to be what it was, but
that was cute.
I was like, I don't know what this is about to be. I was just like,
and he immediately started crying. I was like, he just loves this woman. He was hot.
Yo, he was probably sitting there like, ooh, is the heat on? Because it was hot in there. I was like, I was mad confused. I'm like, what is going on? And I feel like Amani was confused, like, what is happening? But I'm like, that is the cutest thing. Like, period. He was definitely, I mean, no, Bennett, I was about to say Bennett may have got him with the tattoo. But, like, they were both, like...
very sentimental.
Yeah, sentimental gestures of love. You know?
Right. It's very cute to see. I feel like I'm excited to see their relationship flourish. Even looking at their, like, YouTube video on their channel, I'm just like, oh, it's good to see them be themselves, like...
But I feel like that's the good thing. It's like, I feel like the entire show, they were kind of, like, who they were. You know, and I feel like that what is like, I don't know, that's what made it like, okay, like it allowed us to like know who they really were and like
and like them
to like take full advantage of this opportunity, of this experience compared to like other couples. But I was very, very beautiful, and I was
I follow both of them. I'm excited to see more. I think those are the only people I follow from this season.
I followed Amani. I don't know if I followed Woody yet, but Woody will be there by consequence. I mean, by himself. But I was just like, this is just so cute. Oh my goodness, we got 10 minutes.
Okay.
But I was like, this is just so, so, so adorable. And like, as soon as like the host was like, yeah, like how are you guys gonna deal with like your new like popularity and stuff like that? I'm like, no, people got to be invested in your relationship. Like I am.
Seriously.
Hello, mom and dad, I'm here.
Exactly. Like, I'm invested.
I was like, I'm invested. I'm in the relationship. You didn't know? I'm coming to all the family functions. Hello.
Honestly, I'm there.
Oh, honestly, they should have like, I mean, maybe they shouldn't do that, but imagine if they had like a Married at First Sight spinoff, but it was like just like a Money and Woody like.
They should have a Black couple spinoff where they just have all the successful Black couples.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
There's no way you said minus.
Like I want Dion and Greg from season 9 and all the other Black couples that have, maybe it's just them, I don't really know, I haven't watched the show, but it'd be so cute to have like a different maybe they'll give us some more successful Black couples in Atlanta.
They should have like a, you know, like Marriage Boot Camp. They should have one of those.
Oh yeah.
Like it should be like all of the couples that are successful should come back together for like, if you're listening, I said listening. If you're listening, Lifetime, Married at First Sight crew, you know, get like a little boot camp, like a little retreat, and have all the couples come together, work on their relationship a little bit more. We'll see you in January. Oh, also, if you don't mind, just leave some comments down below, because I mean,
last week was fun talking to y'all in the comments. Yeah,
it was fun. We definitely enjoyed speaking with you guys. Leave some comments below about like what your thoughts about the season was. Who were your favorite couples?
What we could do better for next time.
Definitely. All of that. The show was so enjoyable. I mean, they're like, I know why they had to, like, you know, like when you know why production did something a certain way, like they had to make them the last couple because you wasn't about to stay the whole season. Like if they didn't put Olivia and Brett second, people would have tuned off. Like, I don't want to watch it no more. Like,
right, exactly. It makes sense. I feel like I'm happy that they worked out. I'm excited to see more from them. I'm also excited for next season. We're probably gonna do a review for next season.
Oh my gosh, it's coming so abruptly. Like, and I know November and December are about to fly, so it's supposed to be January in like 2 weeks.
And it's Atlanta. I'm here for it.
I'm scared
because you know Atlanta is not closed right now. Like
Atlanta, Corona did not affect Atlanta at all.
No, it's affecting Atlanta. The numbers are high. They just don't care. So
yeah, that's what I meant. Like,
I'm excited to see that. We're gonna see about what show we're gonna review, because
we'll let you know.
We don't know yet, but yeah, we will see you whenever we upload next.
Whenever we upload next.
If you just watch our channel because I'm Married at First Sight, we'll see you in January.
The show was so enjoyable. I mean, they're like, I know why they had to, like, you know, like when you know why production did something a certain way, like they had to make them the last couple because you wasn't about to stay the whole season. Like if they didn't put Olivia and Brett second, people would have tuned off. Like, I don't want to watch it no more. Like,
right, exactly. It makes sense. I feel like I'm happy that they worked out. I'm excited to see more from them. I'm also excited for next season. We're probably gonna do a review for next season.
Oh my gosh, it's coming so abruptly. Like, and I know November and December are about to fly, so it's supposed to be January in like 2 weeks.
And it's Atlanta. I'm here for it.
I'm scared
because you know Atlanta is not closed right now. Like
Atlanta, Corona did not affect Atlanta at all.
No, it's affecting Atlanta. The numbers are high. They just don't care. So
yeah, that's what I meant. Like,
I'm excited to see that. We're gonna see about what show we're gonna review, because
we'll let you know.
We don't know yet, but yeah, we will see you whenever we upload next.
Whenever we upload next.
If you just watch our channel because I'm Married at First Sight, we'll see you in January.
Thank you, guys.
See ya. Bye.